we could mastermind some resources and ways of getting those out in a bigger way.
Sure, that would be wonderful.
Awesome. All right, Natalie's gonna.
So I see that as a perfect mix with our tracking books.
Sure, that would be wonderful.
Awesome. All right, Natalie's gonna.
So I see that as a perfect mix with our
tracking live somewhere, and now it's replaying. So let me mute that.
So I see that as a.
There we go. Okay, sorry.
Okay, so I didn't hear what she said as a perfect.
I see it as a perfect mix with our track-a-book system, because the track-a-book system is small little books. They're 5 by 5 now. This is an older one, so it's not 5 by 5, and usually 70 pages max. So it's little, it's inspirational, and at the front of the book, we put a coding system that can be coded in your own custom app or in the personal development app, which has a lot of amazing people on there teaching, sharing, whatever their talents are. And what this system does with your little books is it inspires when they understand how to use it. They scan the code and it opens up in the app, and you can say, I loved her inspirational thought about this, Natalie from Cave Creek, Arizona. And then I pass it on to somebody else, so that the book has a life of its own. So if you did so many tracking books, and that's your marketing system, going person to person and pulling up and seeing where that book, has gone and traveled, and then as well as you being featured as a teacher on the personal development app. So I could see that, and you can track your cards as well. If you just did an inspirational thought, and then on the back of the card, you can do the tracking system on a card as well.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to talk more about that.
Yeah, me too. We got to have you do a class on that, because I think that maybe a demo. So Don, I also want to. Did you ever connect with the gratitude guy that Ari has in Colorado that does the gratitude retreats and such?
No, I did not.
Okay, that might be because he's I met him, and his energy is just so enthusiastic and so magnetic. He has a pretty thriving tribe, and you do wholesale pricing, right? You'll work with people on wholesale?
As best I can, because some of the things I don't have them available to me wholesale, because you just buy them online. But yes, if they want to buy a lot, being normally the lot is like 50 or 100.
Okay.
Before I can get a price break.
A sample. I remember seeing it, but I would love to. Can you show? Since Shannon says that you're supposed to show samples of your work, so
samples of my work. Here is my book.
Is that?
It's a full-size book.
Yeah, it's a full-size book. However, if I did something that's small, I could take the individual prompts here.
Or we
can
take
like 70 pages worth of them.
Yeah, you can do it either way. A cheaper way is we can do the whole tracking system, putting it in the books that you have. Like say you order 100 books, put the tracking system in and use those as your marketing.
Wow, so you can do existing books?
Totally.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And then the cards, let me grab the cards. They're back here. And of course my headset's caught on my chair. Hang on.
And the cards, my son loved them so much. He went to an event and he made some money, and he's like, I'm buying these cards. The questions, and kind of takes the journal to.
Okay, I'm back. And this is what the cards look like. So this is the back of the cards. Well, I guess really just seeing one is sufficient. And then here's a couple of the cards themselves. Trying to get no glare. There we go.
3
How much
things.
are those going?
Oh, you want to be able to read it? Oh, that, sure.
3 things I would like to do that have hesitated to try.
How much are those cards?
The cards are $20 and the books are $10.
Have you talked to Sherry with Aquarian Dreams yet?
No, I have not.
She would be she's brought in some books of people that we've introduced,
Okay.
especially for a local author, and she would probably do a book signing event.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Might be something to consider. Anybody else have any ideas or feedback for those amazing products?
Wasn't there something with feathers on it?
Yeah, that's the back. Well, actually, they both have the feather as the.
No, it was something more like material. I'm remembering. No, like
I think the cards, didn't the cards have a bag?
no, it was
The
a
cards
book.
each come with a bag.
Oh, the bag. Maybe it was the bag.
Yeah,
what is the bag?
the book has the feathers on it. The
No,
back
it
of the
wasn't
cards
that. It was something like material or something.
I did have for my new cards that I'm developing, and these aren't going to be going out with each deck. This is just the way I carry them.
Oh, that might have been it.
Is with the feather bag. See
That may have been what I saw.
That's the possibility principle cards that I'm developing.
Ooh, you got another deck in the works?
Yeah, I right now they're just that I make them with printing them on different type of cardstock. And like this one is, if I trusted my abilities, what could I choose and what would be possible?
Oh, Dawn, and I love how you have your website right there at the bottom.
Yes, I did do that on the second round of printing. The first round of printing, I forgot. The second round of printing, I thought, oh yeah, duh. So yes. So that's the way those are.
So Dawn, if you're ever struggling to mastermind, pull out those 2 things.
Okay.
And showcase them, because now everybody's been able to see what you're up to, right? And you get possible customers, but then we can get some ideas of events or places to get them out there, because that journal and what you have makes a difference in people's lives. So I want to see it get out there even more.
Cool. Thank you.
Awesome. Kathy?
I collect all kinds of sayings similar to that for greeting people and moving forward things. I have like thousands of them in my computer. I could maybe do something like that. That's very interesting too. I was thinking about putting them in some kind of a workbook or book or something, like a journal, maybe putting that at the top, and then they could write something below it. I mean, I don't know if that would help or not.
Yeah.
You know, because if you have that thought, that would then, if you had somewhere to write, maybe how that thought or what that thought meant to you, or got some kind of idea, you know.
Yeah, and with the journal it has that.
Yeah.
And then as I'm doing the new cards, once I get it put together, then yes, I was planning on having some sort of a book that went with it.
Yeah, that I think that would be helpful. I save them all the time. I don't really know what I'm going to do with them yet, but because they touch you when you see them, you know, they touch your heart or your mind or something, and I just save them.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now you have a possible business idea.
Yeah, see?
Kathy?
That would be good.
All right. Dawn, are we clear for you?
Yes, I did have one question before I end. The mastermind on the 18th, or the workshop or whatever it is on the 18th. And how are we supposed to register for that? And those of us who are doing each table, how are we supposed to get in touch with you about all that?
So you go to the website, and if you got the newsletter on Monday has a paragraph that will give you the exact link, and you use the code Trailblazers is the code. So you always put in Trailblazers first. If you remember, don't select the ticket.
Okay, that's what I was missing. I couldn't find that in the email. Okay, thank you.
And then from there you can pick who you want to sit with. And
well,
then
I thought I had my own table.
Mentoring. I
Why
do
not?
not have you on the list for mentoring, but I can easily add you as a co-mentor.
Okay. I thought I was already set up
Yeah,
to be mentored.
I have you
Okay.
as a table for an exhibit booth.
Okay. I have an exhibit booth. Good to know.
Okay. And then I need what you want on your card. Just like possibilities coach or however you want that to read on the
Possibilities expert sounds good.
Okay, yes, email that to me if you would.
Okay,
Just
I
yeah,
will.
I'll do it
I
again.
keep getting these things back up on your email saying that they've been intercepted by something. And so I don't know if you're actually getting them or not.
Okay. Yeah, text me afterwards and I'll check right away to make sure I'm getting.
Okay.
That would be
All right,
great.
cool. Thank you.
And then you have 2 tickets, Dawn, so you can find somebody else to share the second one with. Everybody does. Lauren, you have 2 tickets. Natalie, you have tickets if you know anybody in Florida.
Look, I only have one issue that's preventing me, you know? So.
No, it's that beautiful butt of yours that wants you to be seated on it.
Well, it's that plus, you know, Zevi's coming home at 9:30 the night before. So, but I think I can do it. I think I can do it. I've got my dog covered. So my plan is to get him up and just get in the car.
Can you drive now?
Not really. That's why I'm doing like this.
So if somebody's down there and is driving up here.
Yes, but then they'd have to stay through Friday.
Oh,
If you can talk Regina into it, I would let her stay in Florida.
I already signed up.
I saw that.
I think you're better at talking her into stuff than me.
You're a lawyer.
Is there a flyer or anything? Because I have a couple people in Florida that I think that, is there something to share exactly what it is?
Perfect. I will send that to you. And it's got the link. The Eventbrite has the most information on it. It's got the schedule, who's going to be there. But yeah, I can send you what I had that we're using for marketing. That'd be great. And then just so you know, and we're going to go into the next, but just so you know, those tickets, anybody that you invite, even, you know, if they get tickets or outside, you get 10% cash or 20% Dharma bucks. And Dharma bucks can be used for your membership. They can be used for cruise. They can be used for hiring me to help you with your bio. They can be used for anything in the system that you want.
Could I get a flyer too, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
And Kathy, you're next, but I have to deeply apologize for screwing up on your name on Monday. I had some things going on, and like the name is the sweetest thing, and I was not fully there. So hopefully,
Well, that's okay. I can tell you the story of it. I had my name that evaluated, I guess, or read, and the lady said I shouldn't use Kathy because that makes me weak. I should use my real name, Kathleen. And I shouldn't use Dart, which is my maiden name, because that makes me a target, like a dart board. I should just use my Kathleen Wagner because that's a very strong name. So I was just trying it out. See, I was trying it out because it's very hard for me to use. The only person who ever called me Kathleen was my grandma or my mother when I was in trouble. So it's a little hard for me to practice, but she says because you have to give her all your names you've ever used. So I had to give her my full names of when I was married, when I got divorced, when I was married, what I called myself. And it's really a very interesting thing. She was in a Jane's event in Phoenix. And then, anyway, it was very interesting. I really enjoyed it. So now I'm trying out the Kathleen Wagner thing, but it's going to take practice. If that makes sense.
yes.
You said I should write my book under Kathleen Wagner too.
Ah.
Because the people who I would want to be interested in it and to support me in it would feel more confident with that name. It's pretty interesting.
Names are interesting. We all have energy, so I believe in that. But I also believe you follow what feels good for you.
Yeah.
So,
Question.
yes.
I'm going to order a domain with my name, like Lauren Cohen, but Lauren Cohen is long gone. So what do you think of Lauren Cohen Live?
I like it. It depends on what you're going to do on the site.
I don't know, just to have something with my name, like maybe to have, I really,
Can you do Lauren Cohen ESQ?
no, I don't want it to be that because in Canada, that is like of no consequence. Nobody knows what that means. So that's why I can't use ESQ.
Is it
And also,
available
it's
with your
me.
middle initial? That's what I did.
Pardon me?
I did mine with my middle initial. So Dawn C. Meyer was available, but not Dawn Meyer.
So the challenge with that, because I did think of that, is when people then think my name is Lorena, because my middle initial is A.
It gives you something to tell them.
It's true.
You can say, no, it's Lorraine or Lauren A, whatever your middle name is. It's not Lorena or not
Can I have
Lorena.
a vote? Who likes Lauren A better? And who likes Lauren Cohen Live?
What's your middle name? Can you use your whole name?
Well, not the whole one.
Mhm.
Now it's,
Okay. I like Lauren A.
Yeah, I like it one
What were you going to put on the end? Live? Like, oh, okay. What?
like LA Live, like that kind of thing.
Okay. I like that. If you're not going to go by Lauren A all the time, then I think people may end up looking up the person that is the Lauren Cohen. So if you have something that's there for sure, you know, they may leave out the A and then go somewhere else, but if they see that you have to put the live, I don't know.
I don't know if you're going to look. So Ray Perez, I'm giving you a heads up. Ray Perez and Kathy, right back to you. I want to make sure you know that we're. Ray Perez is going to be offering his 360 site at the next event. And so, Lauren, I went and got Shannon 360 through his program. And I don't know if you looked at his 360 sites. Have you seen Shannon 360?
No.
I'm still working on it, but it's so awesome because it puts everything in one spot, easy to see, and check it out. So you may, before you do anything, wait until next week and just see what he's doing because you own the domain name. I went out and got shannon360.com, and I'm still adjusting with some of my marketing, and I've got to get a couple things tweaked on their end. But it's going to be my go-to site for everything because you can actually move it around, and whatever you're promoting, you can put your quiz on there. It's all your social media in one place. I've got the cruise up there, book appointments with you.
Well, I have that. I have an online card with all of that stuff, but it doesn't, and it does have a URL, but it's not, like, I just wanted something to say, like, you know how everybody has something branded like you? I don't have anything that's laurencohen.com or, and yeah.
What about book? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, what initials do you have after your name when you list yourself as being a lawyer?
Well, that's another problem too, because I really don't want to put it like a JD, but I don't want to put that because it implies rightfully that I'm a lawyer, but that's not all I am.
Okay.
So maybe it should be Lauren Cohen Advisor or Lauren Cohen, like something like that, like broader, like expert, but no, that's not it. Lauren Cohen. That's why I thought live, because live just leaves it open, and it's you know, it's kind of like lives, like live, like in person, like, you know, pump whatever. I don't know. That's why I thought of that.
Okay.
Well, you guys can like just give me some feedback. It doesn't have to be today. It's just that my friend that sells websites just sent a thing that said it's 30% off for domains. I'm like, oh, maybe I could just buy it today because I was thinking about it yesterday. So not like it's so expensive, you know, but.
Okay. Awesome. I like live. I think it's good too.
Okay, thank you.
Yay. Okay. Anything else, Lauren?
Oh, well, sort of. I guess the other thing is that Well, it's not really ready yet, but I'm building this course, and it's going to be the first in a series of courses. Today, I'm actually teaching a webinar to, you may have seen this on Facebook, to a group called Women in Trucking. Isn't that cool? So I love non-traditional stuff, but my first course is on joint ventures, and I think pretty much everybody that I know could probably benefit from the course. It's going to be about how to create transparent joint ventures that are aligned and collaborative and I can't remember the other thing, but it's basically about congruent joint ventures. Like, because everybody, I think we've talked about this before, but everybody thinks they're doing joint ventures and they're not. And this term is so widely used. It's like so many legal terms, and it's so misused, and it's a big challenge. And I keep seeing problems coming out of it, and people saying, oh, I'm joint venturing, and really what they're doing is being an affiliate. And it's a completely different situation, like completely different. When you're joint venturing, you're building something together. When you're an affiliate, I'm selling Shannon's program, Shannon's selling my program, you know. So it's just about kind of clearing all of those myths and creating a real strategy for success in the space. So I'm excited. I finally yesterday made a decision about who's building my page and the course thing, and it's Katrina Sawa, which you probably know her. So she's part of WPN, and she's great. So I'm excited. So I'll share that with you guys when it's ready. And
I'd love to have you come teach everybody that. Do one of the master courses on joint venture.
I absolutely will do that for 100%, because everybody, like Mark's network is so prepped for this. Like yesterday, I mentioned it in his thing, and I had 6 calls right away. There were only 7 people on the phone. He was one of them. So I had 6 calls scheduled yesterday. It was like, wow, that was fast, because it's really a problem, because people are so afraid of talking to lawyers and from, you know, and paying them and dealing with having to, you know, set the appointment. I mean, I see it every day, but I'm going to tell you a really great story. This is really, really good. I have a client who I introduced to Leslie. She does, Leslie Purdy, she does real estate investment guidance and training programs, and she set up a new company in Vegas. And I've asked her to join our mastermind several times. She's wonderful, and she will. And she joined CEO Space. Okay, her name is Penny. That's who I was going to put you with, Natalie, when I mentioned I had somebody look. Okay, so anyway, so she wanted a trademark, and I work with an really great trademark attorney that my go-to. So I'm involved, like with everything. I'm involved. But I bring in an expert, because I'm not an expert at trademarks. He did my own trademark. I didn't do mine, because why am I going to not stay in my lane when I'm teaching? Stay in your lane, right? Jen, you're supposed to be smiling when I say that. So anyway, he says, and I agree, that you should always do a search. It's $350 to do a search before you file for the trademark. It's an additional fee, but it prevents you filing and paying the $275 and the legal fee to file, because if you find there's a problem, then you can change it up or whatever. Well, here's the story. This is amazing, okay? So we did the search. She was a little hesitant, but she agreed to do it. And we found a conflict. Well, that's not good for her, but it's amazing for her, because had she filed the trademark, the conflicting trademark owner would have known right away. They would have been on notice. They would have sued her ass or something, and she would have been in huge trouble before she even gets out the door. And she wouldn't have had a chance to fix it, because she would have built her brand around it. So that story is going to be a story I'm going to tell over and over, because it's a perfect example of why you need to work with somebody that really understands. And she told the lawyer, she said, Lauren's been telling me to check this out for 6 months. And he says, Lauren, you know, like I have. It's just, she started thinking about this 6 months ago. She hired me this month, finally. And I've been telling her for 6 months, check it out first. So for all of you that have marks that you want to cover and, you know, protect, talk to me, because it's so worth the $350. It's the best $350 you'll ever spend. All right, enough said.
Beautiful. Yes, we have a girl in Orlando that did not trademark a magazine, and she ran it for 4 years, and it was shut down overnight. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, Lauren. Hi, Dr. Bob. You're on your holiday and you joined us. We are just diving in.
I apologize to you all for me being late. I had a child discussion that